You'll not believe what some people say on podcasts and some people say without even explanation. I don't think people have substance nowadays talking about football. Just stick with us. This is Footy Judge Mo. These people are talking about the favorites of the Premier League. This is like a little bit of a longer clips of probably what you have seen before on Twitter or Instagram or whatever. But I wanted to actually comment on what Jamie O'Hara said, Jason Cundy, and John Obi Mikel have said about the favorites to win the Premier League. Is it Liverpool? Is it Arsenal? What champions are made of? And also their explanation of Arsenal winning games, which is pretty damn strange to me, to be honest. But before we go on, I know that, Mo, you're glazing Arsenal. But listen, these are the clips out there. Why do they talk about Arsenal most of the time? I don't know why. But because a lot of people have put Arsenal as favorites now. And a lot of people have said that Arsenal have the deepest squad in the league, blah, blah, blah. All this talk around Arsenal and all this talk about Liverpool and who's favorites. Are Liverpool in crisis? All this talk. Stick with us. Hit that like button. If you are new to Footy Judge Mo, I am Footy Judge Mo. We are trying to reach 50K. Hit that like button underneath. Subscribe if you are new and hit that like button. The like button helps this video go to the next viewer and the next viewer and the viewer after. So I want to hear what you guys think also in the comment section about what these people say on podcast. If you agree with them, you let me know. If you agree with me, you guys let me know. We'll show you the videos and you be the judge. Not Judge Mo, you be the judge. I'm just going to comment on them and tell you what I think about them. And let's start. You know what? I'm just going to start right away with what seems to be like John Obi Mikel talking about Newcastle and Arsenal. Listen to this. Listen to this.
A dead ball, down to 10 men. Your captain is out because he got injured. First thing you should do, put that ball on in throw-in, squeeze them up, and make sure you stand for brilliance. More assured.
36 goals on a very aggressive, to your point. They're proactive. They're busy out of possession. They're a real good team out of possession. 2 corners. Ultimately, Arsenal again, John. Stat that blew my mind. Since the 22-23 season, I think it's now 36 goals that Arsenal have scored from corners. That is 15 more, John, than anyone else.
And he spent close to $1 billion, isn't he? And
to be the new Stoke.
But he hasn't spoken about how Chelsea spent that much money and they're not challenging for the title yet. So yeah, it's very fair from him. Like, yes, if you wanna call yourself objective, John, it's fine. Let's talk about Chelsea as well.
Turning into new Stoke, isn't it? That's Arsenal. Turning into new Stoke. They get goals from throw-ins, they get goals from corner kicks, they get goals from free kicks, and you spend $1 billion and you can't score, in open play. It's crazy. It's crazy. They were so unlucky yesterday, but yes, they did win the game, but they were so unlucky. I thought, like I've just said, Newcastle were absolutely brilliant. I thought they started the game, they were absolutely brilliant. The way they played, they were aggressive, they were first on everything, they won the first balls, they won the duels. That's what you want in massive.
Why is he lying? Arsenal were better than Newcastle. Even Eddie Howe said that they didn't play up to the level, and Arsenal were on top of Newcastle from minute 1 until the end, and Newcastle as well. They scored from a cross as well. It's not like, oh my God, Newcastle outplayed Arsenal. Arsenal had way more chances than Newcastle at St. James's Park. So disingenuous.
Fixtures like that. You want your players to be up for it, and Newcastle were up for it. Absolutely up for it. I think Tonali is an absolute brilliant player for them. A brilliant player for them.
He's going to go on and talk about the players and all this stuff, but wait to hear what he says about Arsenal later.
He didn't try, okay, you know what? It was my mistake. Let me try to make amends for it. Comes out, no man's land, and of course, header from Saliba. But again, it comes down to players having experience in games. And Nick Pope will look back at it. I thought he was absolutely fantastic yesterday, Nick Pope. Played really, make some brilliant saves. And that's what you call a top goalkeeper, making top saves.
Yeah.
He was brilliant again,
but
again, it comes down to them losing the game. And Arsenal.
So they didn't want to say that Arsenal won the game, them losing the game. It's astonishing.
I thought yesterday, very, very lucky. Very lucky. Yes.
Arsenal very lucky to win against Newcastle. Oh my!
They did win the game. And I hear people saying, that's what champions are made of. What? Champions are made of Arsenal, champions. They just won a game. They're not champions. What they say, this is what champions are made of. When if Liverpool say yes, this is how they win games. They never never give up attitude. Yes, but Arsenal talking about this is what champions are made of. Give me a fucking break, mate.
They've not done it yet.
They haven't done it yet. They haven't done.
He's right. They haven't done it yet. But this is the mentality that he was calling Arsenal out for. Is it so disingenuous? He's calling Arsenal out for not being open and not trying. And they are trying and they show mentality and they win games. Even Liverpool fans said that Arsenal win at Newcastle shows that they are serious about competing with Liverpool. Even Liverpool fans are thinking that, but John Obi Mikel, Mr. John, doesn't think that.
You know, they argue about winning 2 trophies, which is the Community Shield. That's not a trophy.
No,
that's not a trophy.
He has this argument in his head, of course, yeah.
I don't think Arsenal can win the Premier League this season. I don't think so.
Why he doesn't think that Arsenal can win the Premier League? It's so strange.
I think that's the mindset of it. With the team they have the best squad in the Premier League, no doubt about it. Absolutely no doubt about it. But when you watch that game yesterday, the way they played, I don't think mentally, I think they're very, very weak.
They were so fucking strong in that Newcastle game that they went behind and came back at 1 at St. James's Park for the first time in some time. Yet he's talking about the mentality. That's fucking nuts.
No, I think mentally, they're weak side. And if you can be able to bully them and be aggressive for Arsenal.
Yeah, because Newcastle were able to bully them.
You have the upper hand. And I watched that game yesterday. For the best part of 80 minutes, 85 minutes, Newcastle were very aggressive, bullied Arsenal.
Newcastle were under the cosh. Nick Pope was man of the match. What is he talking about?
And you can see Saka was always on the floor. One thing I again have to say, credit to the referee yesterday. Oh, fantastic. We don't give them enough credit. We always...
He's going to go and talk about the referee, but this is absolutely crazy. So God, let me know in the comment section, guys. Is he lost his mind or something? But listen what Jamie O'Hara said. I wanted to actually do this with you because there is the other section, of course. So let me just see what Jamie O'Hara was talking with Jason Cundy about this. You know what I mean? He was talking with Jason Cundy about what does it mean and all this stuff. And, you know, so I wanted to actually hear what you guys think about this. You know what I mean? Like, here it goes, monitor output. So let's just do this, of course. I want to hear what you guys think because this was a crazy clip. Watch this.
Arsenal there's just a little bit more about the whole body of work that Arsenal put together right now that I feel they are better placed right now to go and win the title. Now, the Champions League's different because you can have a bad 10 minutes and lose the Champions League. That's totally... He's done have a bad...
So Jason Cundy's being honest. He's a Chelsea fan. He's being honest. He's being honest about what Arsenal are doing. He hasn't said they're favourites. He hasn't said they're going to be better than Liverpool. He said they're putting themselves in the right place. Watch Jamie O'Hara.
Bad 10 minutes and lose the Premier League. If you're good enough, you'll win it. Champions League's different. Arsenal will be there or thereabouts, mate. They might have a bad refereeing decision. There might be a bad decision defensively. But over the course of this year, Arsenal go deep in this competition, and they're going to go very, very close. I think they win the Premier League, and it's up to Liverpool. And
Mate, what's going on with you, by the way?
What do you mean?
What do you mean they're going to win the Premier League? And you nearly said they're going to win the Champions League.
No, I think they go deep in the Champions League. I think they will. They are good enough, mate. They are. They are. When everyone's fit.
Jamie O'Hara's hurting, bro. He is hurting. He knows that what Jason Cundy is saying is true. The Arsenal have placed themselves in a very good place to actually go and win the Premier League.
They're a problem. What are you laughing at? Why are you being nasty?
No, I'm not being nasty. I'm just,
Spurs.
what?
No, listen, do you know what your problem
No,
right?
but I just...
You can't see beyond it. I'm a Chelsea fan.
Hey, we had a good result last night.
I would hate nothing more than that Arsenal win anything, right? But come on, be fair. You're not fair, are you?
I'm very fair.
Well, be honest. Are there a problem?
Well, I think they're a good side. I think they're a decent...
It hurts, bro. It hurts. He cannot give them the credit. He cannot say they are a good side. At least admit they are a good side. They are a good side.
Squad. And they've improved it.
Just decent.
They won nothing last season.
I know they didn't.
So,
But this has nothing to do with the question.
You're right.
You're sat here like they've done the double and they're going into this season on fire.
No,
like they're the third favourites for me in the Premier League.
Well, they're not. The bookies will tell you they're the
It's crazy saying that they're third favourites. It's absolutely nuts.
favourites.
But that's
just
absolute
telling you.
garbage.
Well, don't blame
how
that.
can they be favourites? How? Please
Jay.
tell me how Arsenal can be favourites.
Arsenal have just
It's actually crazy how it actually. But the last clip, let me know, guys. Hit that like button. Let me know. This is funny as shit. You know, this is absolutely funny. You know, like I can't believe that they are saying this stuff. And let me just show you the other clip, of course, from Jimmy O'Hara as well, and him talking on Sky Sports. But this is crazy. But let me know, guys. Do you guys agree? Did Arsenal do enough in this summer transfer window to actually be at least competitor 50-50 with Liverpool, as some people put them be? I want to know what you guys think, to be honest with you. Because I think currently you're looking at it, maybe Liverpool are favorites by margin, but you look at the problems that Liverpool are having and how Arsenal are progressing. I think Arsenal are improving game by game. Now they got Saka back. Now Ødegaard played very well in the champs. I think they have a good chance, but let's hear what these guys say on Sky Sports.
Arsenal are favourites for not just the Premier League, but for the Champions League as well. Why?
That's outrageous. That honestly, that is out.
To put Arsenal as favourites for the Champions League, I think it's an outrage. I don't think it's an outrageous, but I think you need to put maybe Paris Saint-Germain before them. Maybe you look at Real Madrid. You look at Liverpool with the experience they have, maybe ahead of, even though Liverpool lost against Galatasaray, but the experience there in the knockout stages. Yes, Arsenal reached the Champions League final. I think it's a little bit outrageous to say that they are favourites for the double, but to say they are one of the favourites is not crazy.
Outrageous. To make them favourites for the Premier League and the Champions League, that makes them they're favourites to do the double. Arsenal. How can that make sense? They've not won the Premier League since 2004. And they've never won the Champions League. Do not tell me they're favourites for the Champions League. They're a good side.
I gotta tell you guys something about them, about this. By the way, Man City were favourites to win the Champions League about 2-3 times before they even won it. That year that Real Madrid won the Champions League and came back against Man City were the favourites to win the Champions League without ever winning it before. Sometimes a team is built for the Champions League. A team is that good to win the Champions League. I'm not saying that this Arsenal team is the same team as the team before the treble, which didn't win the Champions League, by the way. But the logic is, if a team never won the Champions League, they can never be favourites. It's actually false. Just put this out there.
Arsenal, and they're playing some decent football. Yeah, they're strong at the back, and they've improved the bench. But they ain't won nothing. That's what people need to understand. They haven't won. They haven't got it over the line. Real Madrid have won the Champions League, 14 times? Don't tell me Arsenal are the favourites because they look like they've got a good team. Living in cuckoo land. And the Premier League, they've won it since 2004.
Surely your gripe isn't with Arsenal fans, though. It's with the odds, because these are the bookies' favourites. Arsenal didn't make themselves. By the way, there's a fan called Graham, a Liverpool fan, says he believes that if Ødegaard stays fit and has a solid season, Arsenal win the league. That's a Liverpool fan. I mean, there's no proof he's a Liverpool fan. He hasn't said...
Yeah, Jimmy O'Hara can't believe what he's hearing. Bro, but all I have to say is that about this, that the rest of the clip is about like the Liverpool fan and all this stuff, and we can actually sit and hear it and everything. And but in my opinion, I'll listen to the rest of it. You can go and check it out later. But, bro, it's just you have to give credit that like he's sitting on Sky Sports. Can he be impartial? Like, he's not like sitting there as a Spurs fan. He's sitting there as a pundit, as someone that gives the analysis about football. Like, you can say whatever, but to say that they're not a good side, they say only they're a decent side, I think it's absolutely hilarious. I think people cannot be objective about Arsenal, about Liverpool, because the banter gets the best out of them, in my opinion. Even my guy Osam was talking about Arsenal and how in the Premier League they improved and all the stuff, and then now the people are saying 50-50. I want to hear what you guys think, to be honest with you. Turn on the notification bell, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, guys, if you are new, of course, and let me know in the comment section what you guys think, because I think I'm going freaking crazy. And I'll see you guys soon.